Hey everybody, welcome back to Better Computer. My name is Matt, and today I'm excited to announce Quick Reads, which is a new app that I've created, and it's, I think, the biggest app I've made yet. So I'll just get straight into it and treat this kind of like I would any other app that I'm talking about on the channel. And let's start out with what is it? And basically, my tagline says it all. Save articles, read them later. It's as simple as that. So this is, to be clear, something more alike to Instapaper or Matter and less like something like Pinboard or Raindrop. This is specifically for people who want to read things later, not necessarily people who want to just save random links and bookmarks that they want to get to someday. You can theoretically use it for that, but it's optimized for reading. So how does it work? Basically, this is the read later app that I've always wanted. And you'll see why. We'll kind of get into that in a bit. But basically, this is a preview of what the web interface looks like. If we go down, basically, I'm pitching, there's a beautiful reading experience that's really great, really keyboard and focused as well if you're using it on the desktop. There's an Obsidian plugin that will sync your highlights. This is a huge thing for me personally, which is why I built it in. And then in general functionality, there's a reading queue. Obviously, you can save highlights. Those sync between your devices. We'll skip over the API for a second. There's a Chrome extension. There's a Safari extension as well. I'm working on a Firefox one, but that's not ready yet. There's an iOS app that is currently in test flight. There's a public beta, so there's a link you can use to get that going and sign in with an API key. And again, the Obsidian plugin exists. But this full API, I want to make very clear, this is an API-driven product. Every single thing in this product, outside of like account sign-up and management, is all possible with the API. You can save articles, you can find your articles, you can do your highlights. All that stuff is possible via the API. If I actually scroll to the bottom and pull up the API documentation page, it's all here. You can just, there's quick start guides for everything. You can get these going. Shows you how to authenticate, obviously base URL, all that stuff. So here's how you do everything. And I've tried to make it very easy for people to use this with things like coding agents to really get them up to speed quickly, because obviously this isn't in the training data. So there's a nice copy as markdown button here. If you want to copy the full documentation and then tell your agent what to do, you can do that. And then we have like quick things here, like here's the how to save an article. Here's the post request body. You're going to get a response back that looks like this. And yeah, all of these code samples are copyable as well, so you can really just get into exactly what you need. And again, all of this is possible here. This is something that I think differentiates the product from a lot of other services because they tend to want you to use their own apps. This one, build your own apps. Totally fine. Use shortcuts, do whatever you want. Yeah, I really think that is a big appeal here, at least it is for me. So hopefully it is for some other folks. Now, let's talk about pricing because this is not free. You will be shocked to hear I am not VC funded. No one is paying me money to make this. So I need to have this product pay for itself. I can't just lose money on it. I've been using it for several months with a smaller group of beta testers, so I know generally what the costs are going to be. And for me to make for it to make any sense at all, basically there's a pro plan and a basic plan. The basic plan lets you save as many articles as you want, read them, highlight them, whatever. Use the full product. The only thing you don't get is text to speech. Now there is a nice little workaround if you want to get text to speech but don't want to pay me, that's fine. But text to speech is very expensive. So I can't just like take a huge loss at this like Omnivore did and then shut down for what it's worth. So it's $3.99 a month with a 7-day free trial if you want to use the basic plan. If you do want text to speech, that's going to bring it up to $5.99 a month. And if you want to pay for a year at any point, it is $59.99. So yeah, that's the pricing. This is not me trying to extract huge amounts of money from you. This is me trying to make the service pay for itself and give me a little bit extra back. But yeah, basically these are, I think, pretty competitive in the market compared to some of the other things that are out there, especially with the free options dropping like flies, it seems. So let's go ahead and just get into the product. I'm already signed into my account, and yeah, here we are. This is the interface. Again, I mentioned it's very keyboard navigable, and that was a huge thing for me. I really wanted to be able to kind of jump into an article, read it, arrow between the paragraphs. I did, take inspiration from some of the other services out there. If I want to highlight a full paragraph, for example, I hit H and it highlights the paragraph. I'm using, there's a ton of keyboard shortcuts actually. If we bring this up, there's a lot of keyboard shortcuts you can do. If I want to archive this, for example, Gmail Keyboard shortcuts are very popular for a lot of people, and it's popular for me. I like it too. So yeah, you can navigate through them. Everything is great. Obviously, it works with the mouse as well. You can multi-select if you want to select multiple ones. You can archive them, delete them, and that sort of thing. And yeah, what else can you do? Oh, the workaround for text-to-speech real quick. On any article, you can copy the URL and you can copy the text as Markdown or just plain text. If you copy it as text, you can feed it into an app like 11Reader, and they do free text-to-speech. So you could just copy the text and put it in there if you want. So just a little tip if you'd like to kind of get a more affordable text-to-speech option. We do have tags. We have the ability to delete, of course, as well. So yeah, that's what we've got. We've got keyboard shortcuts to get to your highlights as well, to get to the archive, and to get to a search page. So you can search for articles. So I could search for Birchler, and here's all the things that I've done. And again, keyboard shortcuts to navigate everything, bring the focus back there. You can filter by dates. You can look at just external links, mine, video, coding. Looks like I haven't tagged any of these with my tags, but your tags will show here, so you can filter by that as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Here's how it works. I'm on my own blog here. Here's an article that is a classic example of something I'd like to read later. I have the Chrome extension plugged in or set up in Helium, which is a Chromium browser. Go ahead and save it. Done. Read now if I want. And if I go back to the page, there it is. Works really nicely. So there's the article. Works well. There are some display options, so you can choose between a serif and sans serif font for the article text, and you can bump or reduce the size, and it changes with this nice animation. So I've got the default, and I do like the serifed font, so I leave it there. I'm sure there will be people who want more options here. There's more things to do, but kind of wanted to get a baseline in place. And yeah, if you want to listen to the article, that's just going to go, and you're going to see it's generating the audio. I'm using a service called Async, if you're curious, for generating this. They seem to have the best balance between functionality that I need as well as the price that I need. So there we go. It's taken a second, but now it's going.
Buy credit was about to expire if I didn't use it.
And we'll just pause that so you don't have to listen to the whole thing. But yeah, more to do here. This was easily the hardest part of this project, is getting the text-to-speech to work and to have the scrolling along work. This was a lot of work, more to do. I totally recognize it. This is definitely kind of an early access sort of thing. But let's go ahead. I wrote this, so let me go ahead and just delete it. Confirm, yes, delete. So articles deleted, back to the home page. Let's jump into the settings. Who doesn't like a better computer video is always going to go into the settings. Now, in the library, we show you how much text-to-speech you get. Again, the costs for text-to-speech are very high, and I am going to lose enormous amounts of money if I don't do this. So I do have to limit how much text-to-speech you can use. You get 3 hours of text-to-speech per month. With the Pro plan, again, you get 0 on the basic plan. I'll show you how many articles you've saved. You can see I have been using it pretty seriously. I've saved nearly 500,000 words. We do have an auto archive feature. So if you want to auto archive things you haven't read in a month, for example, you can go ahead and do that. I think this is a really nice thing to just listen. If I haven't read it in 31 days, I'm not reading it. Like, it's fine. It's still in the archive. I can still find it if I really want, but let's just clear it out. On the account info page, you can set up passkeys. I should say this is a passwordless application. So when you sign up, it's going to ask you to enter your email. You'll get a magic link to log in, and you can just use magic link to log in at that point forward, or you can set up a passkey, and then you can just use a passkey. Very simple, very easy. I have 0 passwords in my system. I'm very happy about that. Also, you'll notice I have made this friendly for people like me who want to share their screen and show off the software. I'm masking your email, so you don't get to see the email in here, which is very nice for, yeah, not everybody, but it's nice for some folks. You can sign out, privacy policy. Basically, the privacy policy is I will not look at your stuff. It's there, but I don't actually look at it, and my analytics are very basic. You can send me feedback if you'd like. In terms of integrations, this is an interesting place. So here's where you get links to all the things you can install. The Chrome extension I just showed you, you can go ahead and install it for free. There's a Safari extension as well. This links to the App Store, so it's going to go ahead and show you that. This works just the same, but in Safari. Again, Firefox extension in the works. I have it working on my local computer, but it's not available yet. Need to figure out how to get Firefox to distribute it. I've never done that before, so it'll be a new thing. The iOS app is in test flight. I can bring it up here real quick. Basically, it is not the craziest app you've ever seen, but it is a very similar experience to the web interface. And so, yeah, it works nice. I've been using it. It has text-to-speech as well if you have that functionality enabled. It has a lot of the actions here that you can do. So that is all pretty good. And then the Obsidian plugin. So the Obsidian plugin basically will sync your highlights into your Obsidian Vault. Currently, it's not available in the community plugins. It's only available on GitHub, but you can use the latest release, download that, and then there's instructions on how to set it up locally on your device. If you have sync set up between your devices, it will sync, so you will have it available everywhere. But yeah, it is annoying getting it to actually be available on the official community plugins thing. So that'll come, but it's not there yet. So if you want to use it now, it's available on GitHub. Custom integrations. Again, I have a ton of API keys here. You can create a new key. You can make it expire at a certain point if you want. But yeah, just create an API key if you want to do a custom integration. Or if you want to log into any of these apps, all of these services require an API key, so you just create one here. In terms of data, you do have the ability to export your articles as JSON or HTML. So you're just going to get an enormous document with everything you've ever saved, which could be nice if you want to save it every once in a while and just have this enormous doc with everything you've ever saved, including the article content. Could be good for LLM stuff, I guess. I don't know. There's always something you can do with LLMs if you have text. There's a tagging system. There's an auto tag system as well. So you can tag things whatever you'd like, but if you'd like anything from a specific domain to show up with a specific tag, you can do this. So if I do birchtree.me and set the tag to MattyB, let's go ahead and do that. So now, whenever I go ahead and let's do a different URL from here, we've got the John Turnus one. Let's go ahead and save it. Go back to our queue, and we're going to see MattyB was automatically applied, right? So if you want to automate tagging for certain URLs, you can do that. I'm actually going to remove that because I don't actually need this auto tag. In terms of subscription, we show you that. I'm on a weird account that isn't really... I'm on a personal account that's customized, but basically you can see stuff here, and you can manage your subscription using Stripe. So it'll redirect over to Stripe, and you can go ahead and cancel your subscription. You can update to a different subscription if you'd prefer. So yeah, whatever works for you. You're not locked in at all. If you do cancel your subscription, you get to keep using it through the end of your period you've already paid for. So that's pretty much it. I hope you like it. It's definitely optimized for people who use the browser primarily right now. Works great there. The iOS app is, again, in test flight. It's not totally ready for prime time, and the iPad version is very much a blown-up iPhone app. But yeah, it's getting there. I am really happy with it. I've been using this for a few months myself. Like I said, if I go to the settings, you can see I've saved 364 articles to this. Like, I am using it very seriously, and yeah, I'm really happy with it. So I hope you enjoyed it as well. Early access, I may put in the description, I may put a code to get maybe a month free instead of 7 days free. But yeah, check it out. Let me know what you think. Again, there is in the account settings, there is a feedback button. Use that feedback to send me whatever you come across, anything you'd like the app to do better, any features you'd like to include. I'll do the best I can. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you here next time. Bye-bye.